Hi everybody, Dale Pinkert here. So the call I made for the dollar to have a fib retracement manifested, started putting some on today at the 61.8 level. We're actually at the 78.6 level, which is an interesting fib level because it shakes out all the 50%, 61.8% traders buying retracements or selling retracements and puts a lot of heat on them because you're not that far away from the whole move being retraced. So here we are, pretty much at the moment of truth, I think, in the dollar. If we're going to turn down, and last week was real, I think this is the area we have to do it. We need some closes back under this 97.90 level. This is a 1 hour chart. Closing back above this 98.35 is going to give us, I think, 99.20 to above par in a heartbeat, and that could be driven if there's no recovery and we have an outright crash in S&Ps or NASDAQ. But trading it this way, we'll see what happens. I did my work. I know why I'm doing the trade. I know where I'm wrong, and I know what I'm looking for if I'm correct. So go ahead, Mr. Market, prove me wrong. That's the way you have to approach trades. If you hear yourself saying, I hope this one works, uh, close your account. Okay, moving on to NASDAQ here. NASDAQ under a lot of pressure, down 1%. And that 7,300 was a pretty important low. The 72.95, if you look all the way to the left, you'll see it was a pretty significant area. Taking it out, 72.95, you can see it up there on the left-hand side, up around that 74 or 73.90 level. And yesterday tried it and failed. So if there's going to be any arrest of the decline, which is starting to look possible. They would need, I think, need a weaker dollar for that to happen. But this is just short term. I think the market has suffered some serious technical damage. And I think that when we look back to these days and these prices and some of the charts I've shown on the FANGs that I said raise cash, and then I showed VIX and said buy insurance. I'm going to look back this summer, this fall, as it being very prescient advice. Hope you guys took it. Perhaps working with me and having interaction with me daily might have impressed it upon you harder than the million people you listen to. And I want to wrap it up with WTI because crude really turned down aggressively last week before the market did this week. And as you can see, we did have some divergence down here at the 57 level. It doesn't turn me bullish unless we're going to war with Iran, but very possible to see a rally back to 60.50, a number I talked about yesterday that didn't look likely. But after this new low and push up, it looks like 60.50, and that's going to be pretty important. We start closing back above 60.50. Perhaps the picture is going to change in crude, but I'm more in the camp that we're going to see much lower crude numbers unless there's a war. So this is Dale Pinkert reminding you not just to count your pips, but count your blessings. And I know where your stops are, and at times the market knows where mine are. Good hunting.